But I can't fathom a time where it's like a scenario where like they go, this fucking right here, bro. This fucking right here is fire. Like I can't.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
All right, bro. So, I mean, we try to dabble in games every once in a while when we're on the podcast.
Yeah.
This year, other than I guess Spider-Man, did we play many games? I know you definitely did a lot more than me. Like you picked up the Xbox controller more than I did.
Well, I picked up the Xbox controller, but like the amount of games that I played is still very low. Like, yes, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I play college football 25 probably at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Just at night when the last hour that I have to stay up, I usually always play. Or if I have like just some time, I'll play. Like sometimes even during work, I'm not gonna lie, when it's slow, I play. Like, so yes, I have played that. But as far as amount of games, I haven't played very many. Like, yeah, besides Spider-Man, that's pretty much the only new game that came out this year that I played.
See, and I think for college football, that's easy because you could just legit quick couple.
Right. Yes, I can knock out I can knock out a game, 5-7 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
And so it's like you can do like 3 or 4 of those in that hour.
Yeah. So I mean, I could see that being easier than like game that you have to pay attention to, try to do a little.
I played Call of Duty also, the latest Black Ops. Yes.
Was campaign fun on that one?
Yeah. I actually had a great time with it. Because it has I don't know about you, but I always played the Call of Duties back in the day. Like every time one came out, I always played it. And so the campaign was a good mix of old and it was a good mix of new, as far as like how everyone's going that route of like that RPG route, but also like like this person standing over there. So when you go up to them, there's like you'll talk to them, and then there's like 3 options that you can pick, and then like and it's that, and you upgrade your camp to like have new weapons and better armory, and like so it's a mix of old and new. So yeah, I thought it was good.
So the reason why I bring it up is because we just had the Game Awards.
Yeah,
we had the Game Awards go on. We were hoping for some announcements, didn't really get them, but off the back, I just want to bring this up for the 2024 Game of the Year. The award went to Astrobot. Never heard of it in my life.
Never heard of it in my life.
Never heard about it. Didn't play
We're
it.
old now, though, dude.
I don't even know if it's like we're old now. I just think it's like how you always say, bro, we just don't have time. So it's like we're not invested in a lot of what's coming out.
But I do think if like let's say we weren't old and we were in school, I'm sure my brother's heard of that. Like I'm sure like in school you were always talking about games. You're always hearing about games. So I think we're just old now. Like we're just not in tune with that type of stuff.
Maybe because even people at work, I mean, I have a lot of coworkers that like Bailey, Maddie J, all them. They will say, "You playing this yet?" And I go, "No." And they're like, "Oh, have you not?" And I go, "I've never even heard of that game." And like I'll ask them just because I spark a conversation. What are you playing right now? Oh, right now I'm playing this. Never heard about a day in my life. But also a lot of those are PC gamers too.
That's what I'm saying. So and we're not in tune with that world either. Like so, I just think we're old.
I think the one thing I do want to play right now is Marvel Rivals.
I don't really even have interest in that. I personally, I've never been a big fan of the fighting games in that sense. Like even Mortal Kombat, Injustice, they were okay. I just played the story, and then I never touched it after that.
Yeah, same. I played the story, and once it was done, I was done.
So like fighting games, does the Marvel Rivals have a story?
No, bro.
See,
it's straight.
Not my
pick your character. You're dropped into that battlefield or whatever, or world, and then you just fight.
It's not my cup of tea. It's not how.
What you're caught, but out of all, so the Game of the Year awards, I have this list and it's past 10 winners. So starting from this year and it goes all the way down to 2015. So Astrobot, Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, It Takes Two, The Last of Us Part 2, Sekiro, I've never heard of it. God of War, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Overwatch, and The Witcher, Wild Hunt.
The Last of Us 2 is the only game I've played on there.
Last of Us 2 and God of War are the ones I've played.
Yeah, and I have, like I said, I have the most recent God of War. Like it just came with my PlayStation, but I've never touched it.
God of War Ragnarok or whatever?
Yeah, is that the most recent one?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that's the one I still have yet to finish. Okay. And it's because I was playing it and I was getting good with it. But I think that's when
you started playing Last of Us, right?
Yeah, and then you and Marco were like, bro, just pause it and play Last of Us. She's like, and I was like, no, I gotta finish God of War first, and then I can do it. And you're like, no, bro, you're going to get back to it. If you really like it that much, you'll get right back into it. I never got back into it. After Last of Us, I was done because I did Last of Us 1 and then 2, and after that, I was like,
I'm too
away.
Last of Us 2 is the only one that I've heard of from that list. No disrespect, I'm sure those games are all. Personally, though, it's always been that way though. Like with me, especially when I talk to people about games, like they're always like, oh, playing Elden Ring. Like Elden Ring was a big one. You don't play Elden Ring? No, bro. I just never did. And I mean no disrespect by it, but I just have always been like sports games, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, now The Last of Us. But other than that, like, I just don't really dabble too much. It's a time thing. I think it's a I didn't grow up playing with multiplayer thing.
Same.
Like I think that's a big issue. That's a big part there. Like World of Warcraft. A lot of people play that because they have PC. Like they have. I never had that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I never dabbled in any of that stuff.
That's one thing I think that me and you have in common when it comes to video games is that we are very picky when it comes to games. A lot of the multiplayer stuff, I don't really mess with either.
Yeah.
I'm very picky. I'll say just for my game selection down here, Far Cry, Assassins, Days Gone, the wrestling games, GTA.
GTA, yeah. Like
I'm about to say Red Dead, the Batman games.
Dead,
like
yes. All solo games, kind of. Like GTA, yes. GTA, I did dabble in multiplayer, but Red Dead was solo.
Yeah, same.
Like all that stuff is solo. So, and I know Red Dead has online, but I never played it once. My brother, though, on the other hand, he grew up Xbox Live. That's all he plays is multiplayer. He doesn't even like the story. Like,
See,
bro,
that's crazy
and I
to me.
find that insane because the story is what makes a game for me. But, bro, he hasn't even touched the Red Dead story, hasn't even touched the GTA story. Call of Duty hasn't played this most recent Black Ops story. He only plays multiplayer. That's what it is nowadays, though. That's how Fortnite is. Bro, these kids are set.
They just want stuff on the go.
Yeah, they're set to play multiplayer shit, and we were set as story. That was the thing back in the day.
That's wild.
And multiplayer was a luxury.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's like, bro, my parents didn't pay for Xbox Live. I never had that shit. So I didn't have it till I started paying for it myself.
First time I ever played Xbox Live, bro. I'm at my cousin's house, and it was for SmackDown versus Raw, and that's when you could start doing online games with other people. When I tell you I had the biggest chip on my shoulder, bro, because I used to beat my cousin on SmackDown versus Raw. I mean, actually, we were going back and forth, but I always thought I was better. And then he was like, all right, you think you're so good? All right, here, let's play. And I was like, all right, bro. And I just remember I fought as Undertaker, and this other guy fought as Mark Henry or whatever. And I thought, fuck, bro, this person, he's going to whoop my ass because I've never played before and yada, yada, yada. Bro, I wiped the floor with this dude. I wiped the floor, and I thought, damn, I'm good, boy. And then he was like, you want to do it again? I go, nope, that's all I need to know, bro.
And I don't say this to, like, be depressed or make me feel better, but, like, I'm not going to lie, bro. I didn't start playing Xbox Live till I met you. Like, and I started playing with my movie friends. I always had friends at school that would be like, bro, like, let's get on the game. I never had Xbox Live to do it. I would play with friends when I would go to their house, or, like, my cousin. Yes, I would play with him when we'd go to Mexico, but, like, other than that, I never played online with friends up until I got a job at the movies and I was able to pay for it. That's the only time that I ever played online. So other than that, like, so that's why I would tie that to why I never got into those other games. Because in Assassin's Creed, that's solo shit. Like, that they do have multiplayer, but I never could. And then it's not big on multiplayer. It's just solo story. So yeah, I'm just a story guy. So, but I was sad that there was no Last of Us 3 announcement.
Yeah, they got me twice, bro. I remember texting you, and next thing you know, the Naughty Dog logo pops up, and I thought, oh my gosh, here we go. And the first thing you see is Joel, and I go, we're going to get a prequel. Oh my God. Fucking Last of Us 2 remastered PC, bro.
Well, and also that's another thing about these PC motherfuckers is that, bro, it's always these games that have to be remade for PC. Like, bro, these motherfuckers don't care about that shit. They play online stuff. Like, why are we doing this? Like, I don't know. And that's another thing where it's like, why would I want to play on PC when I'm big on story. So it's like, that's what console is good for. For the people that aren't big, I guess it's not good for that. But so they're always waiting, I feel, like, to get the remakes, for the. Because, bro, Last of Us 2 came out so long ago.
And now they're getting
they're remaking it for PC now. Like, I don't think people care. I mean,
do they have for PC and this is just a remastered
I don't know.
version?
I don't know. But I always feel like I see that where it's like a game is remade for PC. Yeah. So then it's like, okay, did you guys have it before? Or is this just upgraded PC graph? I don't know. But whatever. I mean, yeah, I wanted the third one. That Game of Thrones one got me too because I thought, wow, this game looks fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's a mobile game, so this is gonna be ass.
Yeah, people online on Twitter were talking about they're hoping that we can get some type of update on that Wonder Woman game they announced like 2 years ago.
Yes.
Got zilch for it. So people now are saying, I think this game is canceled, but no official word has come out of it.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll also see that there is a market for the Game of Thrones game now.
Yes.
Because there were a lot of people upset that it was a mobile game, so maybe they'll be like, shit, now there's a market. Maybe there's a market.
I feel like there is supposed to be a game, though.
I think there is a Game of Thrones game, like a console game.
Okay.
But it's like older. I'm just saying now.
Yes.
Like you bring a new version out, like with the new story or whatever, upgraded for the consoles, bro, I think that shit would hit. I would get it.
I wish we got a new update for the Wolverine game, even though we got all those leaks earlier this year.
Yeah. They probably saw those leaks and thought, fuck you guys. I'm not releasing shit now.
I remember someone on some Reddit page asked one of the game developers, like, are we at least still getting it? They were like, oh, most definitely. And I thought, good, bro, good.
I think we're getting it too.
Nothing but positivity came out of those leaks.
Right. And then with the positives of the Spider-Man games, I think we're gonna get it.
Episode 60.
Yeah. Are we episode 60 now?
Episode 60.
That's crazy, bro. I'm Mario.
I'm Vincent.
What do we got today? We saw Y2K.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was yes. And then I saw Kraven. Kraven
yes,
the Hunter.
I unfortunately did not get around to seeing that one. Was a little busy last night. We'll get into that for the WWE pod.
Yeah.
But what I have starting off for us, bro, I mean, we're towards the end of the year. I don't think we can really talk about much more as far as movies coming out. I mean, there are still movies.
Nosferatu,
Mufasa. That's one I think I'm going to try to get my family to go see as a Christmas movie. Not on Christmas Day, but because I'm not trying to leave the little one on Christmas Day.
That's what we did last year. It was a pain, bro.
Yeah.
Because we go to my in-laws, then we leave her there, drive to the movies, drive back to my in-laws, get her, go to my parents. Then from there, after a few hours, go back home. Like, bro, it was, I told my mom we're probably not doing a Christmas movie. One, because of that, and then two, there's really not a big Christmas movie out other than, I guess, if you include The Lion King. We're not going to see Nosferatu on Christmas Day because we usually go to the movies on Christmas Day.
Go see Wicked.
I guess we could see that too, but my family's not going to care about that.
I don't think your siblings are going to.
They are not going to care about that. So it's like there really is no good Christmas movie.
I can see your mom
year.
liking it, but I can see your siblings going, what the fuck?
Last year we saw Iron Claw Christmas Day. Before that we saw, I think, Black Panther 2.
I thought the year before that y'all saw Avatar.
Or maybe that's what it was. Like, but we usually go every Christmas. I just remember Black Panther 2 was a Christmas movie for us one year. So we usually go on Christmas, but there really is nothing. There's Sonic and The Lion King.
Yeah,
or the Mufasa one.
I think I'll have a better chance of getting my mom to go see Mufasa than Sonic. But but Culture Crave put out a list for the highest grossing Hollywood films at the worldwide box office for this year. I want to go from the bottom and go up. Let's just run through it really quick. And at number 10, we got Beetlejuice 2 with 451 million. Number 9, Wicked at 455. First off, Wicked is just as of right now. Right. That number's still growing.
Yes.
Venom 3, 473. Kung Fu Panda 4, 547. Godzilla vs. Kong, or Godzilla X Kong, 571. Moana 2, as of right now, 600. Bro, that's going to get to $1 billion. That's easy.
Well, especially with Christmas.
Most definitely. Dune 2, 714. Despicable Me 4, 969. Deadpool 3, 1.3 billion. Inside Out 2, 1.7 billion. That is insane, bro. First off, Kung Fu Panda 2 or Kung Fu Panda 4, I heard got whatever reviews, but no matter what, bro, it's a family movie, so it made money at 547
well, the other
million.
ones were good too.
So. And then the other ones were good too. Despicable Me 4, I think, was a sleeper. That one I thought got
I'm not gonna lie, bro. My sister plays in it. It's pretty funny.
The fourth one?
Yes, like it's on Peacock, and so she'll play it for Jaden when we're over there. Yeah, and it's pretty funny.
See, I like the Despicable Me movies, but especially the Minion stuff. I love the Minions. It's so hilarious to me. I don't know why.
They're just like it's a different. It's different from Disney. Like it's a different. it's a different vibe, and like the jokes that they make are a lot more funny. Like I don't know, they resonate to us even as we're a little older.
Yeah, everything looks. I think
It's
the
not
last.
that they're inappropriate or
No,
anything,
no,
but
no.
it's like they just I don't know, they have like a different vibe.
The last mini movie that came out in theaters, I remember watching it, and like me and Emily went to go see it in theaters, and I was just laughing my ass off, and I kept thinking, bro, gosh, bro, I'm like a little ass kid in this shit, but it was so funny.
Yeah, they're
to me.
just different.
But even with that, bro, almost making $1 billion right there. But then the two heavy hitters of the year, bro, Deadpool 3 and Inside Out 2, over $1 billion. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is great. Disney had a solid year.
Oh, most definitely, dude.
I mean, and then Moana's still tracking.
Yeah, Moana is still building.
Yeah,
that's going to
Moana-
get to $1 billion.
What is Wicked is Warner Brothers? Or what is Wicked?
Yes, actually, I just had the conversation. Yes, I think Wicked is Warner Brothers because if it has to do with the Wizard of Oz, and Wizard of Oz is with. So I'm
That's
just gonna
what I
say
thought.
yes.
They're for sure making another one too.
Oh yeah, that's already in the can. That's
Okay.
coming out next year.
Yeah. It's coming out next year. Did they already have it filmed?
Yeah, they filmed it back to back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's okay.
Emily broke it down for me. So it's Wicked, and then The Lion King, or Wizard of Oz, and then
Yes.
Wicked 2.
I knew that. Yeah. I knew Wicked was a prequel to The Wizard of Oz.
So
but-
I knew it was a prequel, but I thought it was going to be like Wicked Part 1, Wicked Part 2,
yes,
and then
yeah,
Wizard
yeah,
of Oz.
yeah,
No, it takes place after.
Yeah.
So
I
it's-
told Teresa the other day, I'm honestly surprised no one has really tried to remake The Wizard of Oz.
No. Because
Like,
you had
with how
Oz the
many
Great and
re-
Powerful. Did
With
you
how
ever
many-
watch that one?
No, I never did. With how many remakes though there are nowadays,
Mhm.
I'm honestly surprised no one has tried to do that.
Trying to think, have they?
That I know of, at least.
Like the only one I could think that's coming to mind is The Wiz, and that had like Michael Jackson. It was a musical one.
Yes.
Well, I
okay.
mean, I guess Wizard of
I
Oz
kinda
has
vaguely
music, but
know
like
that.
Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, and everything like that. That was one.
But like a
But like a
a
solid-
actual remake of The Wizard of Oz. Because sometimes we see remakes like, and it's not, I mean, not word for word, but it's pretty close, pretty similar. Yeah, I'm surprised that there hasn't been one since it's such a legendary movie.
I want to say they did a
Musical.
animated one
Oh,
not too
did
long
they?
ago, but
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Either way, yeah, and then good for Deadpool. It's nice to have a superhero movie on there.
Yep.
Dune, I feel like should have hit $1 billion as well, but it didn't.
714. That's
Yeah,
still great.
it's still
though.
solid, yes,
So
but
great.
I feel like that movie was fucking good, bro. It should have hit $1 billion, but it's a different audience as well. Like you're not having the people that are going to see Inside Out, the people that are going to see Moana, like the kids. You're not having people with families probably go see Dune too.
I am lacking, bro, on watching TV right now. I have not finished Yellowstone.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
I have not watched Doom Prophecy yet.
I haven't watched Dune Prophecy. Yes, I haven't.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's because-
lacking.
That's because Yellowstone is on Sundays, and if I'm gonna watch one, I'm watching Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because I haven't really seen much on it. But it's funny that you say that because earlier this week I saw people talking about it on TikTok, and people were saying it was good. Like it picked up.
Doom Prophecy.
Yes,
Nice.
people were saying it picked up. So I am gonna watch it.
Yeah, I was even behind on the Penguin. I had to
Yes.
catch up to that
That's
one
true,
too.
yeah.
So I don't know
Yellowstone. The last episode is this Sunday.
is it this Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. I've already heard mixed reviews about it or something like that.
It's fine. It's just there's a lot. Yeah, I can't mention on this because you need to watch it. So
Yeah.
But it's fine. But yeah,
My subscription ends on the 28th, so I need to catch up for that
okay,
Philo
bro,
thing or whatever.
they're so fucking short, bro.
Oh,
you can,
yeah, I
you
know.
can knock them out so
I
easy,
know.
dude. You can. I don't know if they have ads, but you can knock them out so easy, bro.
I know I need to watch the latest episode of Creature Commandos.
Oh shit, that came out Thursday.
Mhm.
I forgot about it.
And
Yeah,
apparently
okay, I
they
need
showed
to
a
watch
lot
that
of
as well.
spoilers. Or like people are talking about a lot of spoilers on X, and I'm like, no, I'm not watching.
I haven't seen. Oh, I haven't seen any spoilers.
It's about GI Robot. So
Okay, yeah, I do need to watch that as well. I just completely forgot about that one.
about to say, I think after that for the show notes, bro, a big announcement from DC Studios, bro, or from DC, the DC Studios from James Gunn himself. A Clayface movie is set in the Batman universe with a script from Michael Flanagan, who did Doctor Sleep, is officially in the works from DC Studios, filming early 2025. A Clayface movie? Wow. And not
Yeah.
just that, it's the details came out of it. It will reportedly be a horror tragedy. The budget is wanting to be around $40 million. It takes place in the DCU. The character won't be painted as a villain. Mike Flanagan loves
What you said won't be or will be?
it won't be painted as a
Okay.
villain. Mike Flanagan loves the Clayface episode in Batman the Animated Series. That was such a good episode.
It was a great episode. So
No. He's talking about the original Batman Animated Series.
Oh, then I don't know. I'm talking. Oh, I guess I'm talking about this most recent one.
Still good depiction.
Yes,
Very
yes,
good depiction.
Okay, so how do you feel about that? And then that he's not going to be depicted as a villain in it.
I can see the whole notion of.
You think he'll probably be a villain at the end?
Yeah. Because he's going to be a villain in Creature Commandos or whatever. They already confirmed that, and he's going to be voiced by Alan Turnick. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's going to be voiced by him. That's already confirmed too, because it's James Gunn's always said if you voice him in the animated, you're going to voice them or be the character in live action. So I already know that's going to be the case. To get a Clayface movie, it's crazy because it's like we're already going to get that Bane and Deathstroke movie too. So we're just going to get these Batman villains as their own movie. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird because we're going to talk about the Sony movies later, but it's kind of, I just feel like we're in a weird time where it's like villains are the cool thing, and it's more, not necessarily cooler than superheroes, but it's like how can we tell a Batman story but not include Batman because we've seen Batman so many times. And so they're going to this, or same for Spider-Man. Like, that's what we're getting. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess so part of me thinks, okay, so from based off the Sony universe, I don't want this. But then part of me thinks, based off the Penguin, I know it's not the same universe, essentially, but with how good the Penguin was, and the show, yes, he's a villain in the show, I guess. But, like, throughout the whole show, you like Oz.
Yeah.
Until the end, right? Like, until the end, then he's actual Penguin, like, and he's a villain. He lets you know, like, bro, you for a motherfucker out, like, I'm an actual villain. So that gives me hope that this could be the same thing. Like, the movie will be about him and his come up or his story, and then it'll evolve to him being the villain.
Yeah, I mean, just to be in reported as a horror tragedy, yeah, it's an actor or whatever. Accident happened. Yeah. And look, he turns into Clayface. So I could see that being the tragedy part, the horror element of it. I mean, yeah, bro, Clayface is scary, bro. He can be anything if he wants to. So that will be a nice little touch to it. As long as at the end, bro, we know obviously this is going to be a villain in the Batman universe. I am more than happy with that. Will we get Batman in this movie? Who fucking knows?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know James Gunn even came out and talked about, because with all this Clayface news, people were saying, so does that mean we're not getting Clayface in the Batman 2 with Matt Reeves and Scarecrow? Because those are the two villains that were being reported for a little bit. He said, no, that's not happening. He goes, that's the first draft hasn't even been.
It's just fucking insane.
Been, turned in yet. And I'm thinking,
that's so crazy, bro. We're not getting that fucking movie for a while.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we got into that last time, but it's just like, God, bro, that's insane.
That is crazy.
But the Clayface movie going to be set in the DC universe. I already know, bro. We're going to get some good shit with that.
Yeah.
I am genuinely surprised we're getting this movie, but at the same time, I'm going to be happy because
I have
sense.
faith
in James Gunn.
Yeah, well, and it makes sense too because we're getting an established Batman. So it's like we're already going to go into a world where he has these interactions with these villains. So
it's nice to see where they come from.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, and it's we're not getting Batman's origin, so because we already know it. Yep. So we'll get these, and then it'll tie into what eventually James Gunn has planned. So I mean, it's a different path, but I'm sure it'll be good.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then on top of that, you brought it up earlier, bro. The Sonyverse, the Sony Spider-Man movies. Word came out that apparently after Kraven, the Sonyverse is dead.
They're done, yeah.
Apparently it's dead. Which I was under the impression that, yeah, it is done and everything like that. Culture Crave even said Sony Pictures is not currently working on any more Spider-Man spinoffs. They're only going to focus on Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, Beyond the Spider-Verse, and Spider-Man Noir, which they are already filming. Yes. Did you ever see the photos for that?
I think so, yeah.
Right out the movie.
Right.
Straight out the movie with Nicolas Cage. So that sounds perfectly fine with me. Stick with Spider-Man and we will be okay.
Yeah.
I watched this whole video on Campia talking about the whole deal. And he said, the bells were tolling, that everyone was happy that the Sonyverse was dead. He's like, it's not dead.
Yeah, I saw that it wasn't dead. They were going to take a break.
They're taking a break from the villains.
For 5 years, I saw. I don't know where I got that number.
Years, I have no idea. But he was saying that they're not dead. They're only taking a break because they have their plate full right now with these Spider-Man led films and shows or whatever. He's saying, they're not going away. We're going to get them eventually. But as
don't they? And they have to do them, right?
And they have to do it according to the contract they have. Which, God.
I saw somewhere, I don't know how accurate it is, but I saw somewhere that since they put all these movies out pretty relatively close, that they were able to not put anything out now for 5 years. I don't know where I'm getting this 5 years, but I feel like I saw the 5 years. And then they can start doing that shit again.
I wish I wrote down what Campio was saying, but he basically said, what's funny is that even though we see the box office bomb on a lot of these movies, critics aren't liking these movies. He said, what's funny is this Sonyverse is very profitable for Sony itself.
Yeah, I saw that they said they made money on Morbius.
Yeah, that they've made quite a bit of money because also the budget for these films are very low and marketing is very low. So they've been able to profit quite a pretty penny. So for us, we're looking at them thinking, bro, they're struggling. Yeah. No, they're doing perfectly fine. Hence why they're able to continue it.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. They keep putting these out. So it's like they wouldn't keep putting them out if they weren't making money.
You sent me this or whatever from Culture Crave. Sony and Disney's deal has reportedly never prevented Spider-Man from appearing in any of the Sony spin-offs. Tom Holland's Spider-Man can be used. Sony thought audience wouldn't accept him appearing in a non-MCU film, and the multiverse established definitive boundaries. That was the last one, mean, but I mean, I don't know why they don't think that we wouldn't accept him in this.
Dude, we'll take any form of fucking Spider-Man. Like, it could have been Andrew. It could have been Toby. It could have been bro, Spider-Man, it doesn't matter, bro. You include Tom in that shit, I'll believe it, and I'll just be happy that he's in the movie. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't even care that it's not MCU. I mean, however they do it, but to see him interact with Tom Hardy's Venom, to see him interact with this Kraven, like, bro, that would have been so much. And him being alone, him in that movie alone makes the movie so much better.
We had that tease that we brought up before, bro.
And it all led to nothing.
With Venom seeing Spider-Man on the screen, licking the screen, and everyone losing their shit. Like, oh my gosh, we're about to get Spider-Man and Venom finally interacting in the MCU type Sony world, because we've seen it before with Tobey Maguire and Topher Grayson or whatever in the Spider-Man 3. But this version of Venom, this version of Spider-Man, that would have been incredible. Yeah, we didn't get that.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. I don't know. They just probably didn't want to pay.
You think?
Well, I mean, Campion said the budgets were low. I mean, I don't know, bro. I feel like
they would have definitely told Disney, all right, but you're going to put up that money though.
I just don't know. Like, I don't know if I don't know if they purposely. Part of me feels like they purposely, now at this point in my life, I feel like they purposely make these movies kind of bad. Like, I just don't find a way. Like, I just can't fathom it where it's like they would sit there and think that these movies are good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, where someone would actually put their heart, because I know people put hard work into this shit.
Yeah.
But I can't fathom a time where it's like a scenario where, like, they go, this fucking right here, bro. This fucking right here is fire. Like, I can't. And to say that they don't think people would accept Spider-Man, like, I find that so crazy to believe. Like, I don't know, bro. I could put my brother, who's not big on superheroes at all, I could put him in the Sony executives room, and he would be like, "Why would I not have Spider-Man? These are Spider-Man villain. Why would I not have Spider-Man in the movie?" Like, bro, it's I just can't fathom it. And I feel like at this point they're just like, let's just put them out there. Like, I know they suck, but I mean, let's just put them out there.
So so I just said it earlier when it came to, this just came to me right now, but I said it earlier when we were talking about the Clayface and DC and Batman stuff, that they're trying to establish these characters before we see them interact so we can see where they come from.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the pure intention? Goal. So we can see where Venom has been, where he's like comes from. So you can see Morbius, you can see Kraven, you can see Madam Web, just to get that initial introduction, instead of just throwing them into a movie with Spider-Man. Everyone go, where the fuck this motherfucker come from? But the funny thing is, like, we've had that plenty of times with other villains, and no one cares where they really come from. Like, we see a small origin with them, and then cool, let's move on. But Sony is let's give you something.
Well, I think ultimately, I don't know about you, but for me, I felt like that was the path they were going to take. Like, when they first brought these Venom movies out, and then they did a more, like, I thought, and then, bro, the Morbius had Spider-Man, like, on the, remember for the trailers?
They had the Tobey Maguire one.
Yes, and so I thought, in goal, this leads to a Spider-Man. I don't know if it's Tom Holland Spider-Man. I don't know if it's Andrew Spider-Man. I don't know if it's Tobey Spider-Man or a new Spider-Man. But I thought, in goal, it leads to a Spider-Man. I don't know when I realized that, no, this is just going to be, maybe it was the second Venom movie, or I guess it was just after when they did the Venom thing where he licked the screen with Tom, and then we saw it lead to nothing. Maybe that's when I finally realized, like, no, this is just a universe without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's no mention of him in any of these movies, like, other than that one scene that we get. So I guess, yeah, I don't know if that was the angle to before, and they just realized they don't need to. I'm not sure, man. That's why I'm saying, like, I just feel like I just can't fathom a scenario where people, bro, where like I feel like I'm smarter than these people, and I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just can't fathom a scenario where it's like they would think that
this could work without Spider-Man.
Yes, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying that I am smarter, but I feel like me thinking that and them not thinking that would be like, bro, then we could run this shit way better than they could. You know?
Maybe they really did see the success. God, I can't talk today.
The success of Venom.
Yes. And they thought
we don't need him.
Really could do this. Because I remember even Campia bringing that up a long time ago when he kept on saying that everyone was bitching about there's no Spider-Man in Venom, so this movie is going to bomb. And guess what? It did not. Mm-hmm. Hence why we have 3 Venom movies that come out. Yeah. So I think they definitely saw that and they go, oh, we could do this. Okay, give us Morbius. Okay, give us Madam Web. Okay, give us Kraven.
I just don't. That just doesn't make sense to me, dude. That doesn't make sense to me.
There's definitely a lot more behind the scenes that we don't know, especially as far as that contract. I remember hearing the contract or people talking about, I don't know if it was Marco or if it was on social media saying that Sony is obligated to continue to put out certain movies, a certain amount of movies every so many years
to keep the Spider-Man
to keep that rights.
I believe that's true.
And they just throw some shit together, say, here's your budget, throw some shit together and go for it. But the thing is, what's kind of annoying is, bro, they get some good actors sometimes.
To get us in seats, to get us in the seats.
Yes, 100% to get us in seats. Bro, for Kraven, you're going to get into it in a little bit. But for Kraven, Campia was still looking forward to it until he watched it, and that's when I sent you the video of his reaction. But he said,
"Well, Aaron Taylor Johnson, I like him.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, a stud, bro.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe, a legend.
Yes.
Or whatever I'm about to say, great actor. He's just a legend in the game. But Campia talked about the director was good, the writer was good. Like, we should know what we're doing here. So that's why he still had hope for it. And then he came out and said it was one of the worst movies he's ever seen in his life.
Well, that's why I feel like we're being punked. Like, I feel like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I feel like they genuinely just don't care. And I feel like part of me feels like it's almost like it's a bit now. It's like, I know this is going to be cringy. Let's fucking throw it out there. All our movies are cringy. Like, it's still going to make money. It's still going to, like, I don't know. But I don't know how, like, I just don't see a scenario where they truly feel like these movies are good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, okay, let's say, for example, what can I test this to? My fence at my house. I could work on my fence by myself, right?
Yeah.
I know, though, it's probably, sometimes I'll fix stuff and I'll be like, that'll hold. That'll hold, right? Like, it's not 100%. I'm sure my dad could do it a lot better, but that'll do the job. I feel like that's how they look at it. Like, that's
they
how
just
they
put a Band-Aid?
Yeah, like they just bro, what can we get out? Film it for a couple months. What can we put out there and just put something out? Like, I don't care. I know it's not good, but I just need to put it out. There's no way they look at these movies and think that they're good, dude. There's no way. There's no way, bro. Like, I saw Soup's review actually yesterday. One of the most positive motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life, especially with movies.
I feel like lately he's been trying to get into that critic
because I think people are calling him out, though.
Yeah, I feel like he's been. I'm sorry to interrupt this, but I mean, I've noticed that he's definitely trying to become a lot more of a movie.
Yes, well, because he's always biased towards stuff. It felt like, from our perspective.
Yes.
Because he loves superheroes so much. He loves so like. Yes, I know what you mean.
Yes.
But he even sat down and like gave a serious ass talk where it's like he doesn't understand it. Like, he doesn't. And we'll talk about Kraven here in a minute. But I want to ask. Okay, so let's say they didn't bring Tom Holland Spider-Man. I just saw this.
Okay.
MCU film news, but apparently it's from Variety. Sony might hire a new actor to play Spider-Man in their Spider-Man universe, separate from the MCU. 1, do you want that? And 2, would that be accepted throughout the fandom?
Do we want that?
I would take it.
I mean,
just to see a Spider-Man in these Sony movies and them not be so freaking god awful. But then it's like, okay, well, what would they do with Spider-Man? I don't know.
Yeah, bro. So yes, I would take it because we both love Spider-Man. To have another one on screen, yes, fucking of course. And then you're right, how we can see them interacting with this, with these, lists of characters from Sony. Sounds great. But I'm also thinking, you have a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You have 3
to
be exact.
Bro, this could have been Andrew, and it would be $1 billion franchise.
This could be Andrew's universe, bro.
Yes.
He has shown that he still wants to do it. He has shown that he has so
He
much
still has
love
the
for this
look.
character. He still has a look, and just build him up. My hesitation, thinking about it too, is, gosh, bro, would they want these powerful ass Spider-Men to come into this universe and just wipe the floor with these villains? Because they're building these villains up to show that, bro, look how good they are.
Yeah.
Look, we're showing you that they can be powerful, they can be good, they can be this. Just for a Spider-Man to come in and
Does Spider-Man
Venom
wipe the
is the
floor
only
with
one that
him,
they
though?
can, huh?
Does he wipe the floor with them though?
I haven't watched Kraven, but I'm going to say yep. I haven't watched Morbius, and I'm going to say yep. Madam Web, she's not a villain, so that's not happening. She's going to be a mentor, but she can barely fucking mentor the group of girls that was in that movie. Venom, that's going to be the only matchup.
I agree. I mean, Venom. Okay, so I did just see Kraven. Kraven is powerful as fuck though in the movie. But I do think Spider-Man. Okay, so I'm just comparing Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Okay, Tom Holland.
I do think Tom Holland's Spider-Man beats Sony's Kraven for sure. Beats Morbius. Yes, Venom would be the only one that I think he would struggle with because he's a young Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now you throw Andrew Spider-Man in there, who is a vet. I think Andrew Spider-Man beats Tom Hardy's Venom. I think he does. But either way, I would be fine with him putting a new Spider-Man too. It's like, bro, I just want a Spider-Man in these movies, and I feel like that has been the thing that has been missing from these movies. Yes, the movies suck, but you put a Spider-Man in it, makes it a good chunk better, right? Like I think you can agree, bro. Put a Spider-Man in there and fight with him. I think it makes it a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to say that this is going to come out and be like a fucking 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10,
either.
but
Yes.
you can at least bump that up a little bit, and not just that, you get a little more cash in your pocket. It could happen.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Andrew's Spider-Man movies but it's Spider-Man, and I think they're great. You know, like I don't know.
People don't like the Andrew movies, and we used to fight with people at the movies at Costco about Andrew. And guess what happened, bros? No Way Home came out, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Andrew was so good."
I'm just happy he got his flowers.
I mean, I'm glad he got his flowers, but me and you've been giving him flowers.
Yeah. Ultimately, I'm not sad, and I wish they would just scrap it completely. This whole thing, bro. Can't they just make the Miles Spider-Man movies and call it a day? Like, isn't that still keeping the rights?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Like, I don't know why we can't just focus on that and just be, bro. Like, I'm just gonna talk about Kraven. You want me to talk about Kraven?
Yeah, go for it.
Honestly, personally, I don't think you're gonna watch it. Just time, and we have other movies to watch. You know, Sonic coming out.
Sad part is I want to, just so I can see if it's worse than Madam Web.
Yeah, well, and that's something I can't compare to because I haven't seen Madam Web.
Yeah.
But I will say this: it's not worth your time. It's 2 hours. It's a long 2 hours.
Is it 2 hours?
It is 2 hours.
Wow.
2 hours and 7 minutes. It is a long 2 hours. Let me start off with the positives of Kraven. Kraven the Hunter. Let me pull up the cast here. Positive number 1 of Kraven the Hunter. I will say this. Alessandro Nivola. For those who don't know, OG, bro, I love him because he was Gavin Harris in the movie Goal. For one of the best sports movies of all time. If you know, you know. I have a bias towards him because he played a character that I grew up watching, and so I love him as an actor. He plays Rhino, though.
I was going to say, is that the one that plays Rhino?
He honestly, no bullshit, is cringy as fuck in the movie. But he's the only one that embraces it, if that makes sense. He's the only one that is like, I'm not trying to be badass, like da-da-da-da. Because everyone has cringy ass lines. Everyone is cringy as fuck. But they're like trying to be badass, like trying to not be cringy.
Try to make it work.
He's the only one that embraces it and like is a cringy, funny type villain.
I think that's how Rhino is.
Maybe. But he does a great job at it. Is him as an actor is what I'm saying. Rhino itself is, I mean, you know, I'll get into it here in a minute, but he is the only one that embraces it, and I feel like that helps him. Positive number 2, Russell Crowe, just him being in the movie and having a Russian accent, badass motherfucker, bro. He's a Russian mobster, you know, badass dude. And then Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven is cringy as fuck, but I will say the action scenes with him killing are positive. Like they're not bad, right? So, should I just go? Do you want me to go full spoiler? Or you want me to just do like a? You're not gonna watch it, right?
Go for it.
So spoilers for Kraven if you haven't seen it, but I mean, I guess I don't know how much long I'll be on it, but it's not good, dude. It's not a good movie. I feel like I'm pretty easy to please. Like I don't need a lot in movies. And is just even Teresa. When I have Teresa sitting there being like, bro, it's,
you feel guilty.
part of me does, yeah. Like that's how we spent our Friday night. Where it's like I feel like we could have been doing something else. Yeah, I mean it's just not good, dude. It's so cringy. The lines, the dialogue, it has so much potential. I'll say that. Like just right off the jump, the first scenes, like with the action scenes and Russell Crowe, and it has so much potential, but it just doesn't. And that's where I told you earlier. I struggle to believe that Sony puts this stuff out and thinks it's a good movie. Like I don't understand it. I truly just don't think that they do that. I think they know it sucks, and they're like, let's just put out, even though it's cringy, they don't give a fuck. They just put it out. Effects are not that great. You see a lot of times that it's like it looks like green screen in the background, especially in the forest. The whole story itself, it's not good. Like it's just it goes very fast. It's jumping around. It spends like a good chunk of his time on the time on Kraven, how he turns into Kraven, and then it's just a nitpick for me, but I always find it weird when like the little kid has a deeper voice. Aaron Taylor Johnson's voice is not deep.
Yeah.
The kid that they got to play him has a deep ass fucking voice.
Really?
Yes. And so like I told Teresa, I was like, bro, his voice as the older drop, like it got higher, like it didn't. So that's just a little nitpick for me. Russell Crowe barely has any meaningful scenes in it. Aaron Taylor Johnson, like I said, it's not his fault, but the dialogue, dude, is just so bad. And then there's a lot of scenes where the words don't match with the mouth. There's a lot of scenes where
it's not lined up.
It's not lined up, bro. It's like they were like, I need you to come back in and record this, and we're just gonna put it over your thing. And so there's a lot of scenes where the camera will cut like behind me, and like it's me talking, right? But you will see their mouth is not moving. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
yes.
There's a lot. The brother, I forget his. I guess I have the cast right here. I can say his name. Fred Hitchinger. He was just in Gladiator. He was one of the twins.
Oh, okay.
He is the brother. He's Dimitri. He's in the singing. The scene where they go to him singing. Bro, the lip sync is not like the words do not match the like how his mouth is moving. And I look at those things and I just think, bro, there's no way they could put a movie out and think like this is good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just think Sony just needs to stop. They just need to stop doing this because I'm not hard to please, bro. This had so much potential. I was looking forward to it just because of the trailers, and it was rated R.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was going to be like the action sequences were going to be good, and I thought maybe those would save the movie itself, and it just doesn't. It just was not good. I haven't seen Madam Web and I haven't seen Morbius, so I don't know if it's based off the ones that I've seen, it is the worst, but I don't know if it's worse than those because I haven't seen them. But other than that, I don't think you should spend your time on this because it wasn't good.
See, and the thing is, I agree with what you said, bro. We're not hard to please.
I'm really
and not just that. We're not a part of that trope of we're hating this movie because it's popular to hate this movie. It was popular as fuck to hate Joker 2, and we both walked out going, that wasn't bad.
Yeah,
that was not as bad as everyone says, and people are tripping. Like I was annoyed about how much hate Joker 2 was getting because I think there's no way it's that bad.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell. I walked out and thought, yes, I knew I was right. It was not that bad. So like I'm trying to tell myself, maybe Kraven's not that bad. But for you to come out and say, oh, it's that bad. I'm like, damn.
Dude, and bro, I don't look at it like from a critic standpoint. Like,
yeah,
I just go and I just want to have fun. Like I want to have a fun time. It's a superhero movie. I want to see some cool shit. It's just, and like what hurts the most too is that you feel the potential. As soon as it starts, you feel the potential in this movie. Like you feel like this could be different. Like this could be we don't see rated R. Like bro, he's fucking killing people in the neck. Like you don't see that type of shit usually in like superhero movies.
Yeah.
You feel that Russell Crowe has this badass Russian voice, Russian accent. Like the potential is there, and it's just bro. Rhino is awful. Like he's just a buff dude in jeans. Like he wears jeans in his thing, and he's just a buff guy. But he doesn't look much bigger than Kraven. Which when I imagined Rhino, I want him to be a lot bigger, especially based off the most recent version that we got him in the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
And then it's like the Kraven in the Spider-Man games, bro. All you got to do is follow that blueprint. That's all you got to do, and don't do it at all. I will say though, Kraven is powerful as fuck in that movie.
Really,
he is powerful. So, and it's different. It's a different version of Kraven than I've ever read. I don't know. I'm reading a Spider-Man comic now. He's not like that Kraven. He's not like the Kraven in the Spider-Man game. Kraven in the Spider-Man game is powerful as fuck. But this guy, dude, Aaron Taylor Johnson is fucking climbing like a spider. Like he's jumping wall to wall, like like he's powerful as fuck. And I don't know. I was thinking, like, does he beat Tom Holland Spider-Man? I think yeah, or no. I think Tom Holland Spider-Man does beat him, but he is powerful as fuck. But yeah, he's just different, and he's not a villain at all. He's a good guy. Like whereas like Venom, I felt like it was always like they were teetering, right? Like it was always like you knew you knew he was anti-hero. He leans more maybe towards the good side, but he also was like, don't tell me what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Kraven he's a good guy. Like he has a code. Like he's goes after mobsters. Like he's
a bad guy that goes after bad guys.
Yes, he is but essentially he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he is a good guy. The only mention that we get of spiders is he's scared of fucking spiders.
Are you serious?
Yes, he's scared of spiders, and so there's a scene where spiders are falling, and he's scared. But I just think, bro, motherfucker, you're not scared. You're supposed to be like one with nature and one with animals, and so you're scared of these. Like it just didn't really make sense to me, and I just thought like, okay, like that's your way of teasing that Spider-Man and him would Spider-Man, that would be the reason he fights Spider-Man. Yes. But other than that, yeah, dude, it was not good. I will say the theater was full. It was full. Like
really?
Like it was sold out.
Oh shit!
Like it was full, bro. Like I bought tickets because I thought, okay, with the reviews, I'm not gonna need to buy tickets soon. I bought tickets Thursday night because when I checked the theater, I was like, oh shit. So we got like the first, like not the first row of posters, but like the first row, like where the handicap seats are. And that row was empty when I bought seats. When I got there, whole row was sold too.
Oh wow!
So it was sold. All the D-Box seats were sold. Like it was full. So I don't know how it's gonna do box office wise.
Very curious.
Yeah, I'm very curious too because it's like I could totally see a scenario too where it's like, bro, Kraven did good. We can keep making movies or something like that. I don't know, but it just wasn't good, dude. It just wasn't. And it sucks because it had so much potential. I felt
that sucks, bro.
Yeah. I think Venom still beats him, but he is powerful. I will say, like he was more powerful than I thought he was gonna be. He's legit. He legit has powers.
Doesn't he get the blood?
Like he can pick up car.
Doesn't
like
he get the blood of a lion or something like that?
Yeah. A lion is about to kill him, and so the blood from the lion falls into his. And then like I don't even think it was the acting. It was just the words, bro. Like Calypso, she was cringy as fuck. There was a lot of scenes where her words weren't matching with her mouth. Yeah, man, it was just a weird time. And I legit was just thinking like, I just feel like, yeah, they know they're putting shit out and they don't care.
Were you like Campia, bro? Where you thought like I wasted my life doing this? Like, do you regret seeing it?
No,
Campia regrets fucking seeing it.
Do I regret seeing it? No, because it gives us something to talk about on here, and I think one of us had to watch it, right? You watched Madam Web, I didn't, so I'll take the one on this one. But.
We had to watch it for content.
Do I think that we could? Do I think I could have? Do I think I would have had a way better time just staying home and watching a movie there or playing Xbox? 100%. But we had Chance before. That was the best part. I mean, that was good. So like, I don't know. I wouldn't say.
Bro, that was a good time.
I wouldn't say I regret it, but it just was not worth it, dude. It was not worth the 2 hours that it was. It was a lot longer too. I thought it was gonna go quick like a Venom movie. And no, it felt like it had some length.
Damn. Bro.
Yeah. But it wasn't good, dude. And it's safe to say I'm not sad that these Sony movies are going to stop for a while. Hopefully they'll come back and they'll be a lot better.
They're not.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're not.
Maybe they'll have a Spider-Man and it'll be a lot better.
Hopefully.
We saw Y2K, though. Do you have anything else before we get to Y2K?
Yeah. Real quick. Chris Evans is coming back to the MCU.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Let's talk about that. So he's not coming back as Captain America.
Apparently not. Okay. Apparently not. But we don't officially know, though. We don't.
What do you mean?
Like, we don't really.
I thought it was confirmed that he's coming back.
Well, no, he's coming back, but we don't know officially if he's coming back as Captain, which I don't think he is because he's old Steve at this point. I have a theory what's going to happen with him, but I'm probably wrong.
The Hydra one?
No.
Apparently he's going to be a different character.
So apparently they're saying that he's going to be Nomad.
Yes.
But what's funny is I remember this even back then with Infinity War, bro, that he was supposedly Nomad in that. Or he was Nomad-esque.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
I remember I talk about Campia a lot, but even Campia brought up that he's looking like Nomad. So that's what I thought it was going to be from there. So to hear that this is going to be Nomad, I don't know. But Chris Evans is coming back. It says Chris Evans is reportedly returning to the MCU to join Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers Doomsday. It's unknown whether he will return as Captain America. The role was reportedly, or the role he portrayed for close to a decade in the MCU in some other capacity. Marvel Studios was considering to make a solo film centered on Chris Evans, Steve Rogers, and Haley Atwell's Agent Carter. The studio couldn't find the right story because even Haley Atwell is confirmed to be making a return as Agent Carter.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Few thoughts here. One, I think it wasn't that they couldn't find a story. It's that if he comes back as Captain America, that completely overshadows Sam as Captain America.
100%.
So I think they realize we cannot do that.
100%.
Because I'll tell you straight up, even from my standpoint, if Chris Evans comes back as Captain America, 100% overshadows Sam for me. Like, I want to see Chris Evans as Captain America. So if you bring him back, I'm not gonna say I don't have an interest in Sam being Captain America. I'd still go see the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I love.
Oh yeah, because bro,
I loved him as Steve Rogers, so it's like, bro, there's no hesitation. I'm all, I want to see him back.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that they didn't do that because it'll completely overshadow Sam as captain. Two, I got to give you your flowers because you called this to a T. And you said that Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans were going to be back. You said it a long time ago. And you said that MCU, whether they're struggling or whatever it is, they're going to throw them a fat bag and they're going to come back. And 100% you were right. They're not coming back as their characters, but they're back.
Yeah, I said that after Endgame.
Yeah, like you said it right after. And I remember thinking they had such a beautiful send-off. Maybe not so much Tony, but it was still beautiful nonetheless. He saved us, right? He saved the world.
Yeah, thank you.
But it was just it was a way to send both off, and with like respect and a great way to do it, right? Because just based off the 10 years that they gave us, and I just truly just thought they rode off into the sunset and we weren't going to see them again, and yeah, we are, and that's crazy.
I truly believe we're going to get Chris Evans, and this is just me theorizing. I think we're going to get Chris Evans just for him to die.
Oh, I can see that. And I don't think they're coming back as to be like.
He's Old Man Steve the last time we saw him, unless there's some.
I think it'll be a variant. I was thinking it'd be a variant.
There's some variant version that come out of him. Cool. He can be,
Hydra Steve.
He can be the Secret Empire Steve, where he's been the Hydra agent this whole time. That's an iconic, issue that happened with Captain America, fairly recent.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that wants to believe, bro, what if he comes back? Because we're getting Downey back as Doom. In the midst of all the confusion of the heroes looking at Doom going, You're Tony, and he's like, who the hell is Tony? I'm Victor. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know this Tony, like whatever.
Oh, you think Old Man Steve?
And Steve's gonna come out and go, if anyone knows, it's me. And he comes out, and what happens, bro? Doom kills him. Instantly becomes the worst bad guy we've ever.
Instant heat.
Instant heel, bro.
Yeah.
Instant heel. New Day style, bro. Dominic Mysterio style, like 100%.
Like the Thanos scenario. Imagine
Thanos scenario, bro.
Where they roll his head.
Bro, the audience in that theater is going to instantly, and bro, everyone's going to go, fuck Dr. Doom.
Yeah. Dead ass, I would want to fight him right there.
Bro, so I could see this being the scenario, bro.
Yeah.
This scenario where Old Man Steve comes back and says, Tony, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. He goes, I don't know who you think I am.
Yeah.
And then he's like, bro, look what we've built. Like, this is like, bro, we led the Avengers. And he goes, and he embraces him. Steve, I don't know what's going on with playing into it. It's I don't know what's going on. Kills him or something like that.
That'd be insane.
Like, that's just a theory I could see happening. Yeah. Like, that'd be cool. This is just brand new news that's come out with this within this week. We could find out within a month or two from now that actually no, he's going to be playing Nomad. Actually no, he's going to be this character. He's going to be a variant. So we're going to get him coming back as Captain for a little bit longer, all the way up to Secret Wars, which is still a big movie that's going to be happening. So Steve is going to be at Secret Wars.
Yes.
But we could see Old Man Steve die and then him come back as a variant.
Right. It does make sense for him to return just because it could just be a variant. To see Old Man Steve die like that would be fucking insane, and it would do the job. It would get instant heat on Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom. You want to have people take him serious? Do that shit. Do the shit that it was one of the endings, right, where Thanos chops off a version of Steve's head and then like rolls it. Like, do that shit. Instant heat for that villain. I will say though, if you do that, then that means Robert Downey Jr. is our Doom for sure.
Yes,
I feel like if you do because some people still don't think he is. Some people still think like he's gonna set up our MCU Doom.
Yeah. I think I talked about that a while back too.
Some people don't think that he's gonna be the Doom of the MCU. Like he's gonna set it up. I think if you do that with Steve Rogers, then that means he's got to be our Doom. Yeah, like because the amount of heat that would get would mean that you need to capitalize on that, and he needs to be our Doom.
And something like that with that type of heat, you just you no longer see Tony. You just see Doom. And something like that would be a great type of visor to just like that would make a new lens over him to where you're just like, yeah, this Doom guy. It's not even Tony's variant as Dr. Doom. No, it's Doom.
Yeah. That would make me not forget about Tony as Iron Man, but that would make me take him serious as Dr. Doom, and that would make me be like, okay, fuck this Iron Man shit. Now fuck you, bro. Like that would make me do that type of shit. Yeah. That would be insane, bro.
But to bring Haley Atwell and everything like that, I mean, it's still making me believe he's gonna be a variant or something.
I think he's gonna be a variant, or he'll play another character. It's gonna be crazy to see Sam and him interact as well.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
That's gonna be cool. I feel like they're just gonna bring everybody back for this movie.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get the Fantastic Four in it.
Yeah,
we're going to get obviously the Avengers that we have right now.
Yeah. So are they doing this because you think they realize that the MCU isn't as hot as it was?
No, I think they had a plan.
You think they were going to do this all along?
Maybe. I don't want to be right as far as the, that they were struggling. I mean, they were, but at the same time,
they weren't in shambles.
They weren't in shambles. We came out and said they are not in shambles. Like, they are okay.
You can't deny that. Yes, the hype for these movies and the quality, like it did drop compared to the first 10 years that we got.
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me feels like they are bringing them back just because they want to get some hype behind this movie. And I think there was already hype, but like adding Robert Downey Jr. and saying Chris Evans is coming back, I think that brings a lot of OG fans back. I don't know, man. I'm curious to see how this is all gonna tie out. When does it come out? 2026.
2026.
I mean, it's far away, but it's not that far away.
I mean, we could say it now, almost, bro. We got like a year and some change.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. I wonder what the leaks are gonna be like too.
I don't know. It's gonna be a lot.
Because then the shit with Cap got leaked before, no?
About
when Thanos was holding him? Or was that after?
That was after the fact.
Okay, that didn't get leaked.
That was after the fact. Bro, Endgame and Infinity War
we didn't see any leaks, right?
Heavily secured.
Yeah.
Heavily secured. They filmed all that in a soundstage.
Yeah.
That's where you got that iconic photo of the parking lot and all those buses were there, bro. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this one will probably be on lockdown too.
It's gonna be on mega lockdown because they are not gonna want anything to come out of it, bro. One thing you can always give Marvel credit for is keeping that shit on lock.
Sometimes I feel like we see leaks still.
No, well, major shit.
Yes, yeah. Like,
but then,
stuff.
No Way Home, we had the leaks for that.
Yeah,
which was the worst kept secret in Hollywood.
Yeah, we all knew. But yes, that did suck that got leaked.
I'm telling you, bro. I felt bad for my boy Campia when he dropped those photos.
Oh yeah, because he wasn't supposed to, right? Or he didn't know they got leaked or something.
He thought they were fake.
Yes,
he dead ass thought they were fake. And even Sony, bro, said
I thought they were fake too.
Even Sony said, "We know you thought this was fake." They said because it's what example did they tell him on the phone? They said it's almost like if someone vandalized the Mona Lisa and wrote their name all over it. They said you're not going to do that on purpose. They said you would have you're not because he put his stamp on it, like his what's it called, his tag or whatever.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, bro, damn it, bro. And then of course everyone on Twitter was hating on his ass, and I'm thinking, bro, it's already hard to defend Campia because everyone hates him already, and now people hate him even more.
Yeah. Do people hate him? I thought that was just a me thing.
No, bro, people hate him,
really?
bro.
Okay.
Every single time people say something,
I'm not in tune with his.
See, fans. And it's everything's out of context too.
Yeah.
Like I watched the full episodes and I'm like, God, y'all just took one part and y'all are like, this is what I hate.
Well, that's what the people do with everything.
Yes, but
everything's
done
that way.
He's one of those.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what it is about him. I just don't like him.
You just find him annoying.
Yeah. Like it's just.
Well, yeah. I've watched him since 2012, bro. So I've been liking this guy forever.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. I part of me feels like I think we do see him as a version of Captain America. There's no way we don't.
Yeah, I mean, they could probably...
Bro, what a good win to add to Sam's resume, too, if Sam has to fight him.
Oh, bro.
What a good way. What a good win to add to Sam's resume, bro. If Sam has to fight Chris Evans cap, and maybe it's the Hydra cap, or maybe it's just another cap, and they're on opposite sides, and Sam's got to fight him. That's a good story to tell right there.
They can deal with time, and it's not old man cap. It's not a variant of cap. It's legit. You just take...
Yeah, it's just another version.
Well, I was going to say, you take Cap from back in the day where he was living his life, and you just bring him back. So he's still Steve Rogers, Captain America. He's just from back in the day now.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, but you're still saying our MCU cap?
He's still our MCU Cap.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a variant.
They're going to do that bullshit, bro. Where he's going to say, on your left.
Oh, you think so? Maybe. I think it's going to be a variant, Steve, and I think it'd be a bad Steve. Bro, imagine we get a bad Chris Evans and a bad Tony in the same movie.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be amazing.
And our Avengers have to struggle with fighting these two guys.
I'd be happy with that.
It'd have to be a Hydra, Steve.
Yeah, 100%.
It would have to be a Hydra, Steve.
100%,
for that to work,
bro.
it would have to be. Yeah, I don't know how another bad Steve would for me to be like, oh fuck, like it would have to be. I think it'd have to be a Hydra one.
Yeah,
but who knows, man? I'm excited.
Chris Evans coming back to the MCU. So
yeah, I mean, right away it adds hype to the MCU, bro.
Yeah,
right away. So it's like part of me does feel like they were like, we need to bring them back. Yeah, but at the same time, maybe this was the plan all along. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to take a break,
bro.
Maybe they just wanted to take a break.
I mean, what has he done after that? He did
Red One,
and then
he did that
Glass Onion. Was it Glass Onion?
Yeah, I was gonna say the detective movie. I thought that was while he was Cap. No, that was after.
It was like right after. I
thought. It was like right after. Yes, he did Glass Onion. Surely he's done more. That we've seen though. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I can't off the top of my head. I can't think. Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, that's true. See, I've said this to you before. If I landed a superhero role, I don't understand why I would not want to do that forever. Yeah. Right? Like, I get it, the whole typecast thing, and I understand some people just want to be known for other things other than just a superhero. But if that's like a constant role that you could have for forever and people love you as that role, bro, I would try to do it for as long as I can.
Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, like a perfect example. Why would he stop? Why would Vin Diesel stop that? Like, bro, that's his one constant in life.
Tyrese Gibson. He says the same, bro. Yeah.
That's like,
it's that franchise.
Yeah, it's like, bro, that's what I know Vin Diesel from. And so it's like, I would try to do that for as long as I can. Mm-hmm. And I understand the whole, like, actors want to go off and do other things. But if you're getting a fat bag, like even Robert Downey Jr., like, I wonder if that's why he came back. What did he have going on after? You know? No. I don't know. I mean, ultimately, you don't know because you don't know the people. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, he showed range there, too. Yeah. Who knows if he gets that role if he's Tony Stark.
He showed range, but at the same time, I kept looking at him and go, there's Tony.
Yeah, and I guess that's the reason they don't want this. They don't want that, right? Like, they don't want to be just known as Tony.
He's like, so I'll come back as Doom, I guess.
But either way, he's coming back to the MCU. Yeah. And he knows that we love him over here, right? Yeah, so he's like, that's why he's
I'm just saying, bro, that announcement broke the internet.
Yeah. Well, it has people talking about it.
Yeah, so. And I mean, it's the same thing I said. I mean, I know we've gone on about this one a little bit, but I mean, it's the same notion I said when he got cast as Doom. Is you could have picked I'm not going to say a regular actor, but you could have picked a big actor and called it a day, and we're not going to continue to talk about it. Yeah. You say Robert Downey is coming back to the MCU, not as Tony Stark or Iron Man, but as Dr. Doom. That is constant conversation. That is constant speculation. That is theories up the ass. It has us always talking about it. Yeah. And that's the beauty of it.
What if Steve Rogers kills...
Is that what we're going to call him?
For those Steve. What if Steve Rogers kills Old Man Steve? That would be crazy, too. Ooh. He comes to our MCU, and then our Steve is like Old Man Steve, and he's trying to talk him down, and bro, he kills him.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be a good way to get heat too.
Yeah, that would be. Oh wow.
Then right away, that makes me forget about whatever all the shit he did, and I would be like, "Fuck you!" Like right away, I'd automatically see him as a villain. Yeah, because there is gonna be that moment where it's like, "You're still my Iron Man, bro." Like you're still. They got to do something bad to get to that point where it's like, "Fuck you!" Like you know, so.
I'm telling you, in my head, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that is what you said earlier was great. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Marco, because you know me, bro. I love Hulk, and I keep on saying we're not going to get Savage Hulk anymore, bro, unless something happens.
He turned savage for that.
No, he kills Scar. We've only had
who?
one.
Tony or
Doom kills Scar. Go for it. I think me and Marco talked about that. He kills Scar, bro, and brings Savage Hulk back. I'd be happy. I'd be so happy.
Yeah. I'd be happy too. I'm not a big fan of Hulk, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like that would be cool.
I mean, we have no attachment to Scar. We've only seen him in just that little scene from She-Hulk, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, they could kill him. I don't care.
I just want to shout out Savage Hulk, bro. That's all I want.
Let's move on to Y2K, bro.
Yeah.
We saw Y2K. This is just like a little quick review. I don't know about you. I had a great time watching it. I feel like I have not seen a single review about it.
A movie that was on our radar when we first saw the trailer. And then when I say I completely forgot about it, it was wiped from my mind. I mean that until you mentioned, do you want to go see Y2K? And I read that text and I thought, the fuck is Y2K? Is Chris Jericho coming here? Like, what are we talking about here? I looked it up. What is Y2K on Twitter?
That's Y2J.
Oh, Y2J?
What Chris Jericho's Y2J.
Oh, that's right. My bad. And I saw it and I was like, I completely forgot about this movie. And I rewatched a trailer and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It
Like,
has Rachel Zegler in it.
Yeah, Rachel
She's
Zegler and then
big lately.
homeboy from
Jaden Martell from It. Yep.
And what's his face?
Julian Dennison from, he was in the Deadpool 2. He
Thank
was the guy with the fire.
Yeah.
Kid Leroy. Kid Leroy's in it. I can look up his movies now. He was in. Oh, he's in How to Train. He's in How to Train Your Dragon.
The Godzilla.
Oh yes,
Godzilla.
Godzilla, Kong.
I mentioned that.
The New Empire. Yes. Yeah, I don't know about you, bro. I honestly really enjoyed my time. It was one of those movies that I had fun with.
I had a good time at the movies,
Yeah,
bro.
like it. I don't think it's similar to Abigail, but I attest Abigail because I went into Abigail thinking, I don't know how good this is gonna be, like whatever. But I ended up leaving like having a great time at the movies. And Y2K, bro. So not to be weird, me and Vincent were the only two in the theater, like while we were watching it. But bro, we were able to like laugh freely. We were able to like talk freely. And the movie was pretty funny. Like I had a fun time with it.
Dude, the freaking director was the stoner dude. Did you know that?
Kyle Mooney.
Yes.
Oh, was he really? I had no idea. Yeah, he played Garrett.
Yeah, bro. He's the director of the
film. He was one of the highlights of the movie too, dude.
Hey, spoiler. When he dies, bro, me and you could not stop laughing.
Bro, Fred Durst was also in it too. Fred Durst was in a good chunk of the movie. Bro. Yes. Bro, I had a fun time with it. I thought it was great. Yes, is it like a good movie? I guess no, because it's stupid funny. Like
it has a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Like, so we were talking about that before the movie started. Real quick, for those listening and that actually care, watching, whatever. The premise of the movie is 1999. It's New Year's Eve. These two teenagers are going to go to a party.
Yes.
Because they want to finally be cool, bro. They want to be a part of the popular crew. They want to change the 2000s for better for their lives. But on top of that, there's this whole rumor going around that Y2K is going to happen, which is when shit's going to hit the fan. Everything's going to go wild.
Well, it was actually like that. Like back in the day, like they didn't know if computers were going to keep working. They didn't know if technology.
They thought shit was going to hit the fan.
They thought shit was ultimately made up until 2000 because it was like, that's going to be a while before we get there. And then we're here. And so people didn't know what was going to happen with computers. And so they completely buy into that notion.
100%. And then obviously it hits, it's 12 o'clock, hits midnight, and stuff just kind of starts happening and everyone thinks it's a joke. And then machines start coming to life.
They legit, like, the equipment in this room would come together and be tied by one computer and the computer would be controlling it.
Like a little transformer.
Yeah, like... Yes, they completely, and it's so stupid, and like
some of the deaths are hilarious,
bro. But I had a blast with it, and I thought it was a fun time, and it's one of those movies like if you go into it taking it serious and like just nitpicking everything, then you're gonna fucking hate it because it's not like that type of movie. But bro, if you're just going and just trying to like have open mind and have a good time, it's a perfect movie.
Like the perfect example is one of the deaths, bro. Is just to show you how not serious this movie is. They're at that party, and they're talking about, look at that guy. He has a boner over there talking to those girls. Yeah. Later, when the machines come to life, a freaking blender is on his junk, and it's killing him. And at first, you think, how is that hurting him? Oh, bro, because he has a fucking boner. like that shit
Yes,
is
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yes, I had a great time with it. I'm telling you, like, bro, and it was like there's not superior acting in it. There's not, but like everything is just, and it's nice. Like I said, it's funny because we watched The Matrix and then we watched this movie right off the jump. And I said in the Matrix review that it was nice to have like that little throwback, that little time,
Yeah.
you know, that little time machine where you're going back to 1999. This is 1999, the first day of 2000. And it's nice, bro. The whole vibe fits. Like everyone's clothes, just the vibe of the scenes in the movie.
Homegirl with the camcorder for
Yeah,
the whole
like
time.
it's just a nice throwback to the early 2000s, and it's nice to get away sometimes from like this. What we're in now, right now, there's a lot going on. So, like you look at the 90s and the 2000s, and you just think, like I don't know about you, but I look at those and I just think simpler times.
Yeah.
You know, like and even then though we were fucking 3, so I mean it doesn't really matter. But
The only nitpick I had, and I even told you this in the movie, they go to that video store and they have VHSs, and I'm just looking at all the VHSs going, oh, that's so cool, that's so cool, that's
yes,
cool.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I see Big Daddy on the thing, and I thought, look at Big Daddy, I love Big Daddy, the Adam Sandler movie. And right next to it is Mr. Deeds, and I looked and I thought, wait, and this is supposed to be 99, and you go, yes, and I go, that's wrong. Big Daddy came out
They
after
could've just
2000.
They may have just found like whatever VHS movies we can find, like put them out there.
Yeah, bro, that Big Daddy came out 02,
Yeah.
03, and I thought, oh, bro, God, bro, details, bro, details. And another detail. I'm sorry, another detail. The Funyuns bag at that convenience store was a brand new Funyuns bag. It wasn't the old retro-looking Funyuns bag. I thought, God, bro, come on, attention to detail.
Bro, they said the budget, bro. We already over budget, bro. We can't.
They said Rachel already took
Yeah,
that
we
shit.
can't do that shit. No, yeah, I had a great time with it.
It was
I
a
thought
good little movie.
I thought it was a good little movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody talk about it. I haven't even looked it up on TikTok just to see what people think.
I have.
Oh,
and,
dude,
and for the most part, a lot of people are like, "This is a dumb little fun movie."
Yeah,
like
you can't take it serious.
you cannot take it serious.
But if you don't take it serious and you go into it wanting to have a good time, it's fun, bro. But like I said, yeah, I don't know how much money it's gonna make, but I surely just how it looked, the budget looked like it wasn't that much.
Yeah.
Fred Durst, I'm sure takes up a good chunk of that.
Yeah, I said Rachel earlier.
Rachel too, but
she definitely does.
Rachel too. I mean, she just came off the Hunger Games movie.
And she's about to be Snow White.
Yeah, so I would say she's the most famous actress on there.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, ultimately, bro, it was a great. Oh, what's his face too? We got to give him his credit, even though I don't know, he wasn't in the movie as long as I'd like him to. But Julian Dennison, yeah, as Danny, bro, he was. Whenever spoiler, but whenever he dies, I was thinking like, wow, what the fuck? Like he was arguably the best part of the movie at that time. So yeah, but he did a great job as well.
Yeah, like we said, he was from Deadpool or from Deadpool 2, and he was in Kong versus Godzilla and everything like that.
Yeah, but it was nice seeing like the old computers, like just how they had to do stuff in the 2000s, bro. So talking through IM. So yeah, it was cool, bro.
All the viruses that would pop up,
Yeah.
or the pop-ups,
the pornos, yeah, like it was just, bro. It was. I had a great time with it. Fred Durst was funny in it too.
Yeah, bro.
So even though they didn't de-age him or anything, he looked
No.
like old.
Yeah, bro,
He's old Fred
black
Durst
in his beard.
Yeah,
boy.
he's old Fred Durst still in the 1999s. But yeah, man, I had a great time with it.
Yeah, me
Anything
too.
else?
No, that's it, bro.
Nope. Well, we'll catch you guys the next week. Well, we want to rank we'll rank our movies, but that'll be like 2 weeks from now, I think.
Yeah. So we got to start working on that.
Because we've seen a lot of movies this year.
Yeah.
So what you want to narrow down to like a list of 10 or a list of 5?
We can do 10. We could probably name off like 10 of
Some
them.
honorable mentions.
But then we can do some honorable mentions. But I feel like if like the top 5 we can get in depth if we want to.
yeah,
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
yeah. But yeah, we'll rank our movies because we did pretty good, dude. I'm platinum, so that's all I know. I went to the movies a lot.
Yeah,
You have to go to the movies 25 times to be
25
platinum.
times.
Yeah, and I've already gone over that. So we've seen a lot of movies this year compared to last year.
But I know at least Emily's helped out with that too because she goes with her friends a lot. So
Teresa's only helps twice, so all those other times have been me.
Yeah,
I've been going. I mean, we've been going. It helps that we go on Tuesdays.
yeah, and then we've added that to it where we actually
so
go
that's
on
how we're
Tuesdays
able
now.
to see a lot more movies. But yeah, so that'll be coming in the future. But other than that, we'll catch you guys next week.
All right, later.